Alright, welcome back to Road Like Island, and today I wanted to do just a short video about, well, let me not say short because I don't know how short this is going to be, but I'm going to try to make it short, keep it nice and simple, about New Year resolutions or New Year goals, because it did just turn 2016, and I know for the first 6 months of this year I'm still going to be writing 2015 on everything, so that's a goal. Stop writing that. But I wanted to give you guys my my top 6 resolutions. Now I know that making a list that long, or whatever you think long is, I know making a list that long is probably just like redundant, like, you know, you're really not going to do some of the things on these lists. And I'm like, let me be the judge of that, but let me know, what did you plan to do for this year or change for this year within yourself or anything. So I have them on my phone, and I'm going to start with my first resolution is to quit my job and move to California for a few months. Now, in another video that I'm going to post up this month, I explained that the job that I'm at right now, I've only been there since September that just passed, September 2014. And it's not that the job is so terrible that I want to quit, but it's just, it took me so long to finally decide that I was going to do things my way and do things for myself, that I just feel like so tied down with this job. And it's like, okay, obviously we need money. I'm on a shitload of debt from college that I didn't even finish yet. Another story for another day. And I should be working for me to pay it off, and I am working so I can start paying off my debt that I owe back. But at the same time, it's just, I'm a dreamer. Like, I don't want to just sit here and do nothing. Like, I want to chase my dreams, and having to work a 9 to 5 essentially. Well, I don't work 9 to 5, but you know, get the whole idea of having a job that you go to every day and different things like that. I just feel as though it's crushing my creativity, it's crushing my wandering soul. And I mean, it's not like I want to live in California permanently, because, darling, let me tell you something. You see this on my head? You see this? This bushiness on my head? That's natural hair. Natural hair and humidity don't work together, okay? It's too hot over there, and even if it wasn't humid over there, because I don't really think it's humid over there, but it's hot, and me and hot equals sweat, equals being really overheated. And I tell you, I can straighten out my hair today. If it's hot, within an hour, my hair is probably gonna be like halfway towards this again. Beyond the point. But I just want to see California, what it has to offer. It's like so far away. My mom, she had asked me at one point, why do I want to go all the way over there? We don't have anybody there, like, in our family and stuff like that. And I'm like, isn't that the point? Like, you know, at some point you have to be an adult and make decisions where, you know, I got to go somewhere where I don't know anybody, because this forces me to take care of myself. That's a whole nother story. I was raised very, very coddled, like hold your hand type everything. And that's something I used to write about on my old blog, which I'm rebranding, so stay on the lookout for that when I'm ready to, like, you know, reopen it. And the link will be in the bio, not right now, but it'll be in the description box, bios, Instagram. But yeah, I just wanted to go there. I wanted to check it out. I want to see what the hype about the Grove is all about. I want to eat tacos from food carts or whatever and things like that, so that's what I'm interested in doing. Now, the second one is apply for this writing job that I've been stalking for a year. Literally, this writing job has been on my desktop, like, you know, when you go to the internet and stuff like that. It's just been there open, and I sometimes feel like that's a sign from God for me to go apply for that job, because for as long as it's been there, and either not enough people have taken it up or they still need people, and I just feel as though, oh, maybe I'm meant to do that, like, you know, go chase some dreams. And my third one, number 3, is go back to Paris for vacation or do the TELF program for 6 months. Now, this goes back to me wanting to go to California and having to quit my job to do that. I've only started working the job I work at right now in September, so I won't have vacation time till next September. And I'm like thinking to myself, well, I started this travel lifestyle and I would like to go places, preferably back to Paris. I have family there, but it's just like, you know, when you go somewhere and then your soul just feels so alive and so happy. Like, my soul belongs in Paris. I need it. That, and I need the baguettes and the millefeuilles and the religieuses, and those are all desserts and bread that I'm talking about. If you don't know, go look them up, they're pretty good. And the TELF program is teaching English language to foreigners. So you go there, it's a program, they teach you how to teach English to other people, and they can help you get a job like a nanny job, or if I had finished school, because I'm an education major, if I had got my bachelor's already, I could probably end up working in a school or something like that. But the problem with that is they require you to speak French or go to school to learn French, and I'm like, look, I've been trying to learn French for 3 years now, and I've been failing miserably, so wop wop, that probably won't work out very well. Number 4 is the same thing that everybody says every single year, and they go for the Planet Fitness or every gym in like the northern hemisphere: lose weight. Okay, the first time when I started my channel, I called it Fabulously Curved because I was trying to embrace my curves, and I'm like, I know I have to change my perspective on things, because that name was gonna make me a liar, because honestly, there's nothing wrong with positive body image, and like I said, darling, I'm fabulous. I do have positive body image, but you know, sometimes you're looking at yourself and you're like, you know, I might want to lose some weight if I'm going up the 15 steps in my house and then I'm up here huffing and puffing like I just ran a marathon. Like, you know, maybe I might want to take care of that. And it's like, it's get to the point where I'm about to turn 26 years old this year, and you know how they say that you get that freshman 15 in college? Well, I've wasted 7 years of my life in college, and I didn't start gaining weight till now. I'm gonna need to get myself in check and lay off this now. And number 5 is hopefully move out. So what's so crazy about wanting to move out is that I actually packed up all the crap that I've been collecting for the last 3 or 4 years to move out. I packed it all up and put it in my garage so I could have space in my room to set up like my lighting equipment and things like that. And it was bittersweet because like last year I swore it was going to be the year that I moved out, and then I got fired from my job, and I was just like, well, then God is telling me that he has other plans. So here I am for another year, and I'm hoping by hopefully next January I'll be making the big move out. You'll never learn how to adult if you're sitting there after mommy and daddy all the time. And I say after mommy and daddy all the time because I live in a 2-parent household. I'm literally in need for nothing. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a spoiled brat or anything like that, but if I ask my parents for something, most likely they'll get it for me. Now, I wish they would get me a car, but they're not compromising that much. They're like, no, you're an adult, buy it yourself. Pretty please. My last resolution is to register for a theater program. That one, I actually held up my end of the bargain because I've already done that, and I start in February, and I'm really excited about it because I've always been interested in like acting and theater and different things like that. I mean, like, who isn't? But there's a difference. Everybody else, well, most of everybody else goes out and goes pursue that dream, and I regret not listening to the people who supported me like this whole time. I've always been shy, and I've always been waiting for like the approval of my parents, because my parents come from a third world country, and they're like, no, you must go to school, you must get your education, so therefore you don't have to work in a factory like me. And I'm like, okay, I guess. So it's like I was trying to live their American dream instead of realizing my dream. You're the one that has to do the work, you're the one that has to pay the tuition, you're the one that has to do everything. So if you're gonna be forced to do something or forced to work for the rest of your life, because you know our generation, we ain't retiring. What is that? We're gonna die at work, okay? I'm gonna have to work for the rest of my life. I might as well like what I do, love what I do. So that's why I was interested in starting theater school. But if I was persistent for 7 years trying to chase a reality, why not take the next 7 years to chase a dream? I'll give it like maybe 1 or 2 years. If nothing significant happens, then I don't know, maybe it's time to move on and get back to reality. And I honestly have no problem with that, because all I've ever wanted to do was try in the first place. There's nothing wrong with trying. The problem is just giving up before you start, and that was my biggest issue, giving up before I start. So that is my resolution, or those are my 6 resolutions or goals for this year. Resolutions imply that that's something you have to change. The only thing I have to change is how I eat. But those are my goals for 2016. Let me know below what is your reachable goals and what is your fantasy goals. My reachable goal was to register for the theater class, and I did that. And my fantasy goal is to move out or move to California. So we'll see how that works out. I look forward to remaking an end of the year video where I tell you, yeah, I've been to California, yeah, I went back to Paris, yeah, I quit my job. Most likely I'm probably going to tell you, yeah, I went to that theater school, I got myself like a background gig or something like that. Be sure to like this video if you like it, thumbs up it, subscribe, send your friends, and stay beautiful inside, outside, and always. Bye.